Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Points of Articulation. Now today we're looking at another Star Wars Titanium ship, the Trade Federation battleship, or the Trade Federation droid control ship. This doesn't have the details of all the antennae and everything in the back, but for the size and scale, it could be either or. It's your interpretation, really. If this was made in better detail, probably would have the antennas and satellite dishes on the sides and back. But it is what it is. Now, this is the main ship used by the Trade Federation in their, military part. I believe it was called the Trade Defense Force, if memory serves me right. And the main name of this ship, the class is the, I always mispronounce this thing, the Luca Krahok. And basically, it's a battleship, as I mentioned before. The ship was seen in Episode 1, Episode 2, The Clone Wars, and Episode 3. Neat little aspect is, this is the second use of this mold. The first use of it was for the Micro Machines Episode 1 diecast line. And this ship was in its whitish gray paint scheme, just like Episode 1. But now that Hasbro has the license, they repainted it in this CIS colors of navy blue and the dark gray and the white. Now, I'd say 2 years ago, Hasbro re-released this with 2 pod racers. That's where I got this one from, because I missed the first couple of releases of this. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just get a different stand, but I replaced it with an extra stand that's clear instead of that foggy glass one. But it is what it is, and it's a great, great ship. So we have a lot to cover. We have a nice mold. The paint is good. We have our stand. We'll measure it up, compare it to another CIS ship, and then we'll be done for today. So let's get started. Okay, starting off looking at the detail, let's start at the bottom here. We have 6 screws holding this bad boy together. And this thing is all die-cast. Top, bottom, engines. The only thing that's not is the shield generator right here, and the gimmick right there, and the landing gear. Well, whatever. But get into this landing gear. I guess when they had the designs for the toy, they didn't realize how big this ship was, because in reality, this wouldn't work. In the movies, the ball drops down and lands, but it is what it is. These landing gears work together with this, I guess we could call it a fin in the back, and it works like a tripod. It kind of holds it like that. It's not bad, but it's better with the stand. Now, the detail itself is amazing. Again, this is made in 1998. Here's a copyright crap right there. So, this is old. But the detail is pretty good. We have our tractor beam emitters here. If you ever played Battle for Naboo, you know them. Which is really cool. We have our little pylon leading to the command circle sphere. At the top, those engines look amazing. Wish they were painted, but whatever. Lucky we even have it. Bunch of detail going around the sides, similar to a Star Destroyer. Same design. And it goes on this side as well. For the top, this is where all the antenna should be, but, they didn't put it in there. That's okay, we got our little lines and these little raised sections. Pretty good. And now here's the gimmick from Episode 1. I never got rid of it. You have a little lever here, you push it, and it's a transparent plastic. And now we have a little Republic Corvette. It's pretty detailed too. We got 3 engines. Cockpit right there where my thumb is. Then it gets sucked in there. How cool is that? And you know what? Let me talk about the paint real quick. As I'm talking about the mold. Paint's really damn good. We have this nice navy blue. Goes all the way around. We got some dark gray. Also for the bottom. And then we have nice white for the CIS symbol. And on the shield generator, there is white too. And speaking of the shield generator, let's get a nice shot of that. This is a rubbery material. Mine's a little warped. But that's okay. It would be like this. Now, the engines are painted black. And what I meant before is the interior doesn't have that bluish-white glow. So it's a shame, because I think it would have looked better with that on it. And one last thing for the paint. The Little Republic cruiser that's in there is painted with a nice orangey red, similar to the main color in the film. So it's a nice touch they did that. Besides that, that does it for the paint, so back to the mold. And this circle sphere is pretty detailed too. A lot of panels and lines. Very awesome. On the bottom we have our peg, which is really cool. Now for the interior, it is also detailed. You can see a lot of nooks and crannies in there, which is very nice. I do like this ship a lot. And then for the pylon, we have our details on the neck, I should say. It's really cool. I like this ship a lot. Do you guys like the CIS paint scheme also? I don't know why, I'm always a sucker for that. The gray and navy blue. So let me know if you guys are too in the comments below. So now that I covered the mold and the paint, let's measure this guy up, put it on a stand, compare it to another ship, and then we'll be done. Measuring the Trade Federation battleship, this baby is almost 3¼ inches long. So it's a nice sized ship and very heavy, being all die cast for the most part. Awesome. And just like other titanium ships, comes with a nice stand, put it in the peg port, and you're good to go. Now to compare with the Trade Federation battleship, I have it next to the Invisible Hand, Grievous's command ship. Now in reality, this ship is massive, it is super big. These were very small compared to this ship, and a little long. You know, basically it's like a torpedo. But both great ships, and I love having both of them in my collections. I wish they did some more ships like the Banking Clan, the Techno Union, and all that jazz, but it is what it is, and that's just history, I guess. And that does it for my review today of the Star Wars Titanium Trade Federation battleship, or if you will, droid control ship. Now, this is a reuse, again, of the 1998 die-cast Micro Machine ship from Episode 1. And I think Hasbro did a good job bringing it back, giving it a brand new paint scheme for the Clone Wars. And it fits in well with the collection. Now, I got mine from Toys R Us. It came in a 3-pack with 2 pod racers, Sebulba and Anakin's. And I got it on clearance for like 12 or 11 bucks. And for me, that was worth it, because this ship was more expensive than that whole pack, times like 2 at the time. The original version from Episode 1, I do not think it comes with a stand, but you can get that ship with shipping altogether for around 6 through 10 bucks, depending. I have seen it for 1 cent plus shipping, so it was like maybe $5 altogether. So that's pretty worth it. One day I'll get one of them. I just haven't gotten around to it. Even though this is a reuse of an older mold, the ship still stands up today with the detail, and this thing's all metal for the most part, except this little shield generator module here. So this is going to last you a while. It's heavy, it's sturdy, it's not going to fall off the stand. It's nice. It has good paint, it's got a great mold, which I just mentioned. You got that Little Republic ship that comes out. You got the landing gear, which I still don't understand, but it is a nice touch. Comes with a nice stand that says Star Wars like they all do. And I fully recommend this for people that like the prequels, or you like the Clone Wars, or you're a fan of capital ships. This is one of the most important ships in the prequel trilogy. We've seen it in all 3 movies and the spin-off shows. Very strong, very powerful. This thing holds an army. So how cool is that? So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe if you're interested in seeing new reviews every Thursday. Now, for March, I'm going to switch everything up, and it will be Micro Machine March. So every day in March, we'll be looking at Star Wars ships, Star Trek ships. So if you're interested in that, please join me all of March. So thanks again, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.